Happy Sunday to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Hello! What a fucking treat we got today. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? This is TBC 45. Nice to see everybody here.
You keep track?
Yeah, man. I actually keep track, dude. I know. I'm one of those nerds. I know. You see, I'm not like you, man, where I'm like thousands of episodes in that I just lost count. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know anymore.
The only reason Dan and I are here is we got an announcement to make tonight.
Yes.
Dan and I, we are going to announce a new podcast. It's called Season Your Box.
Season your box. Season your box. That's the shit. That's what I'm talking about. It is our honor to have this platform be for your announcement. I am honored. I am honored to season that box. Oh yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
I have no idea either, man. I'm just waiting for you.
Season your box. Be just me and Dan. That's it.
Yep, that's all it is.
Just
different seasonings for your box. That's all we talk about. It's like for an hour.
I love it.
Tarragon, all kinds of shit.
I love it, man.
Don't lie, dude. 35 seconds, you'd be out.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he would be.
I've got a spice rack though, so I mean, I think we could do some pretty good seasoning of those boxes.
Yeah, that works.
Right over your head.
I mean, I have no idea what's happening right now. I barely know.
You guys You guys hijacked the intro, and I'm loving this right now. Let's go.
I don't even know what show we're on.
Oh shit! You do enough of
I know what show I'm not on.
Season your box.
Season the box, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway,
grab that Twitter handle real quick.
No. So this is for episode 45. Yes, we are keeping track. If you guys are, if anyone is new, welcome. Glad to have you guys with us. We shoot the shit, regurgitate all the gaming news that you've heard 1,000 times from everybody else on Twitter and all the other shows that you watch.
Just better.
Just a little bit better, you know. Well, not just depends. Just depends. And let me see. And if you're not new, welcome, guys. Appreciate you. I'm Mo, Dr. Mo Kaoma, and the gentleman who hijacked our intro. I will start with them first. My friend Dan from Seasoned Gaming. How you doing, sir?
I'm here, man. Do you guys hear like a low buzzing coming from me by any chance?
That's just your vibrator, dude. Turn it off.
You'll hear that.
Turn that shit off, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, everything will get really shaky. You'll hear that.
So you're the one that took Husk's Elvis vibrator. Right,
yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Actually, I made some copies. No, I got my neighbor's AC unit right behind me, and it's broken, I think, because it is humming like a son of a bitch. But I'm glad to be here. So excited to talk about some stuff.
You know, but before I jump to Wilmy, Sarko said that is tinnitus, man, and it does come with age.
Yeah, I got that in both knees. I've got that in everything.
I don't think you have tinnitus in your knees, Dan.
Well, I don't know where I got it. I got it in my elbows. Is that tinnitus?
Tinnitus is for your ears.
Earring.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Sorry, man. You can have it in your knees. I accept. It's okay.
I have no idea.
Dan's gonna be like,
"What's in your knees?"
I got gonorrhea in my back, man.
It's arthritis, my friend. Yes.
Tendinitis. I was thinking of tendon.
Oh, you're thinking of tendinitis.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
And
I just got
from GBTB Nation, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Wilmy, my brother. What's going on?
What's happening? And I am here with you because apparently I wasn't good enough to be on Carolina Creators.
Oof, man. I heard.
The only podcast that tells me I need to tone myself down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It was. We were talking about that before the show started. I told you.
Oh, and I'll even say his name. I give zero fucks. But it just. I gotta admit, dude. I hope you're watching this or do watch it at some point. I was almost offended. Almost.
That's actually hard to do, man.
I know
it's very hard to offend me, but I was almost offended that you thought that I was a little too over the top to be on your podcast.
Mm.
And the bad part, I looked this fucker up. He has 17 subscribers, so I didn't miss shit.
Oh man, the dirty laundry. I love it. This is hilarious.
So,
This is amazing. Let it out,
but
baby. Let it out.
he is popular on Twitch, which that means a whole lot, I guess.
Let it out. Let it out. Let it all out.
It's out.
Oh
It's
yeah.
out there. I don't even know what it is. So man,
You
All
will in
right.
about 5 minutes, big man.
I'm gonna look it up.
And we got also my brother, Kevin. What's going on, my man?
Kevin, what's up?
Good to be here. What's up, man? It's my first time on a podcast with these two assholes, so
Oh, I'm not an asshole. I'm a fuckhead.
Yeah.
and an
Correct
asshole.
yourself, buddy. All
Yeah,
right.
Dan's the asshole.
Yeah. No, you gotta correct yourself, man. Asshole. Shh.
You can call me whatever you want. It's probably correct.
I have been called names that some people have never heard.
Oh, yeah, I know, man. With your history, I'd believe it, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And of course, my man, Machine Gun Mike.
What is up,
Mike?
man?
How you doing, man?
Pretty goddamn good, Mo. Gaming has been pretty awesome lately, not gonna lie. So yeah,
It has,
it's
man.
good. It
You
is
know,
good.
Nick Downey actually tweeted something out earlier today. He's like, "We have so much good shit. How the fuck do you have like time to be negative?"
Dude,
I don't know, bro. He's really
Seriously.
right. It's really, it's
Nick's
yeah.
a good dude. I like Nick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Mike, I've only got one question for you, real quick, before you get started.
What's up?
Did you finally figure out, because I saw it in the DM, did you finally figure out that Vagisil is actually not a Star Trek ship?
No, I did. I just now. That's news to me, man.
Okay.
Blow me. Dropping knowledge.
I knew you were confused about it earlier. I just wanted to make sure you
I
were
know.
straight on that one.
Thanks for
He's-
taking it easy on me.
You know, man, he just wants to make sure, dude. You know, from the bottom of his
Yeah,
heart,
it
you know,
matters.
he's looking out for you, man.
That's
He
what I'm
likes.
talking about.
I have
that's
a
a-
heart.
That's a sign that he likes you, by the way. All right, he's just looking out for you. So, just wants to make sure you're using that cream the right way, man. You know, so. All right. Well, before we get into the laundry list of topics that we're probably not going to get through all,
Oh, we won't. I promise.
we probably won't. Anyway, yeah, everybody, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy your stay with us. And before we start, I'm gonna go around the table, see what's new, what you guys have been playing, what's going on. Dan, I'll start with you. I know, man, it's a fucking virtual roundtable. Just go with it, Wilmy. Come on.
Okay,
bro.
I got it.
Killing me, Smalls. What the fuck,
I'm trying to
man?
have some imagination here, man. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Dan,
Yeah.
talk to me. What you been playing, man? Besides the obvious with your name.
Yeah, that's it, man. There's been that, and then I gave up on the show when I figured out Road to the Show is jacked up, which is all I ever play on that game. I was really excited, and especially since I was getting it with Game Pass, and then all of a sudden, I mean, like nothing's progressing. Like it's pointless at this point. So hopefully they patch it soon. But other than that, it's just been near. I think I'm like 25 hours into it now. So I don't know where I'm at in the story. I never played the original, so it's awesome. It's amazing. They did a really good job with it.
So,
I'm
but I'm assuming you played Automata, obviously.
Oh yeah, I
How would-
finished that. Compared to that, I mean, this is a PS4 game, so or an Xbox game. It wasn't meant for the next gen consoles, but it does run, I think, at 1080, 60. It looks really good, but I mean, you can tell that it's not as smooth as Automata. So you still have a lot of the clunkiness from the old version in there with the controls. There's a lot of fetch quests, side quests, which I'm not digging very much, but I kind of skip those and just kind of keep pushing on. I do a little bit here and there, and but it's not Automata. That game was, I mean, it was so different, I think, and unique. This one, it's different and it's really, really good, but it's also a slow roller, so it kind of doesn't really start opening up till about 10 hours in, which is a long time. I mean, it's still fun. The combat's great and all, but you're starting to get like some of the story beats are starting to hit now, and it's starting to get a little harder. So they did a really good job with it, man. It's awesome. I love it.
That's good to hear, dude.
Yeah.
it's
Those
good.
are
It's good.
crazy
Yeah, me
games,
too.
man.
Oh, they're so
Got
good.
had
Those
some
are
good.
crazy games.
They had some good reviews, so it's good to see that at least.
Cool.
They
Good
were
to
pretty
hear,
consistent
Dan.
with it, despite the fact that it's a remake of an old game, but
Oh,
making it more modern. So
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy too, man? Because if you go back and you look at the Nier reviews, the original Nier on the PS3 or 360, whatever it came out on, when you look at the reviews, I think it scored in like the low 70s or the 60s, if I remember correctly. I think it was the low 70s. Isn't it fucking crazy, like how much more appreciated that series is now compared to before?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I think Automata really kind of changed everybody's look on it. It was, it was really, really different than what you play. The music in it is amazing, and that carries over to this. That was one of my biggest, that's one of the things I enjoy the most about it. But this one, it's a lot easier than Automata. Automata was tough at times, and this one, it's a little bit more forgiving, which is fine. I think, hopefully, people that haven't played it like myself, are able to experience it for the first time, and because it really, it's kind of a drab world, but so is Automata. It's just that color scheme that they use, but it's still, the story is where it shines, and they did
right.
But he's out of his mind. Also, that Yoko Taro, he's different level.
Dude, he's the guy who wears the it's like a bald head with weird.
It's a meal.
Yeah. And like, dude, fans fucking go for it, bro. They're like,
they love that stuff, man.
They love it, dude.
Hey, man, he's got a cult following. I swear, if he starts a fucking cult, I swear to God, he can get followers. I'm telling you, just like
it's awesome.
It's crazy.
He's like Kojima light.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Hey, they're really like, the ones I can think of honestly who can have like a cult like following are him and Kojima. And to a certain extent, Kojima, more people like to hate him though, I feel like. And then also Sakurai, the guy from Smash Brothers. Holy shit!
Okay.
When that guy talks, dude, everything fucking time stands still when Sakurai talks. I'm telling you, man, the Smash community is fucking insane. It's crazy.
They are.
Woo. Anyway, yeah, man. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear you're liking it, Dan. Good shit, man. Wilmy, what have you been playing, brother? What you been on, man?
Well, I went through my third playthrough of Get Even today. I finished that amazing game, Outriders. That was just amazing. Well, it's a great single player experience, if you ask me. Don't try to team up with anybody. And when you level up, you might as well just turn the game off and uninstall it. Because it's pretty much pointless at the end. It's just one big horde mode. Let's see. I played a bunch of games with the wife. Played with myself about 1 o'clock. That was fun till about 1:15.
Okay. All right.
That's really about it.
Man, you are, I like it, man. You're very you're very coordinated, and 1 o'clock, 1:15, good shit, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just gotta schedule yourself, you can't
Absolutely.
that way. Well, I mean, when you get older, you do it as a health check.
He's
That's
not
what
lying.
it is.
That is like the absolute truth.
I also sorry, what were you saying?
It's a system check, just like when you check the transmission fluid in your car or anything like that. You got to make sure everything still works. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100% true. I haven't actually ran my car for about 2 years, so you got to keep checking.
They just to touch on Nier, since you guys were just mentioning it. Dash did say here, you fight a girl in lingerie in 2 hours. That's when it opens up.
What
do you think about it?
Now I know why Dan's playing this game.
I mean, you can't. I mean, it's not even underwear. I don't even know what to. It's like some fabric, like the back.
It's battle.
That's why he's playing the game.
Is laced like 3 times on her butt, and it's just. I mean, if she took a shit, she wouldn't touch anything. Is what I'm saying. Like it would just fall right out. It wouldn't hurt her. And it's crazy.
Now
I actually have them dressed as. Like there's a DLC for the Nier Automata. You can do 2B and 9S, from the old game, so you can play as them. So that's what I have it. Only because my kids come downstairs and they're like, "Hey, can I watch you play?"
Dad's a pervert. Look what he's doing, Mom.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah, good shit, man. I love it.
Dad's playing with weird little anime girls again. Then Dan's wife comes in the room with a baseball bat. A chicken and a weed eater and a bowl of Miracle Whip, but that's beside the point.
Well, I wouldn't have to play those games if I, had a regular tune-up, is what I'm saying. I hope she's not watching this. She's not watching.
She's probably not. You're good, man.
I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Safe. Yo.
what have you been playing, man?
So we've been rotating a bunch of different games, right? We've been playing Vermintide 2.
Yes.
Which is actually pretty awesome.
Yes, it is.
Borderlands 2, which we're getting you through, Mo.
Yes.
And Diablo, which we got to get back to.
Man.
Rotating all those suckers, and then I got back in. I bought the stupid season pass for COD, and I'm grinding that.
Sucker!
I know. It's just something to do.
What is it, Kevin?
Just Call of Duty.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So just kind of hanging around, waiting for all the games that we're gonna talk about. But I'm pretty hyped for Returnal, and I skipped on Replicant for now because I just don't have the fucking time. But by the time I get to it, it'll be half the price, and I'll pick it up then. But
yeah, it'll be on sale.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be on sale for sure.
I definitely want to play that, but
at some point.
Yep, at some point.
Oh yeah, that's good, man. Mike,
what's up, baby? What's up?
what are you playing, man?
Get over here! I've been playing some fucking Mortal Kombat, son, and I've been whooping ass probably 45% of the time. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's a very
45%.
specific percentage, man.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Very
with
specific.
50. I was gonna go with 50, but I thought that was quite humble of myself. But I do feel like where I do get on and I'm just like, let's go, bitches. And dude, I'm telling you, man, I don't know if it was the movie, but I've always been into Mortal Kombat and always, and I like that whole idea of getting good at a game with this particular character. And dude, I've been Scorpion and Noob Saibot, and nobody can fucking hold me. Not on my good days. But then you get into King of the Hill matches where they're level 70, and that's an extensive period of playing. And the fight game mechanics, man, are just, it's a different type of video game, bro. And it's one of those things where it's I said this last week because it's so fucking good, where it's if you get beat, it's because you suck, and it's not because of the game, and it's because they're better
it's
than
lag.
you. And it's it could be lag. I could see that. That's a fairly good excuse too. But so Mortal Kombat, man, has been doing me good, and the movie that was pinnacle, I guess. But and I thought that was gonna be it for me on Mortal Kombat, but I just kept going because I just like owning people, bro. It just feels so good. And then they talk shit on there, and it's great, dude. When you get beat up and you do cheap shit, they talk shit back, and it's great. It's just what it's all about, you know? And Vermintide with you guys, which is real fun. I didn't really know what those games were about entirely, but I like the whole I like the concept, the aesthetics, you're just lopping rats' heads off with your swords, and you got the leveling system, which is nice. It was a little bit more deeper than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be just a little all right, let's just get
man. Yeah, there's some.
I like it kind of better than that Army for Dead. I liked Army for Dead, but I feel Vermintide's a little bit more, I don't know.
You're talking Zombie Army 4?
Yeah,
Zombie
Army?
Army?
You go. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, Zombie Army's cool. Yeah, you fucking kill Hitler, like a crazy fucking zombie version of Hitler.
That's right. I mean? That's right.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty fun, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And then, I'm just doing the campaign mode on Avengers and Mortal Kombat as well. And the campaign mode on Avengers is a good time. Dude, that's a good fucking story, man. No doubt, just the story mode itself. But that's pretty much it for me. How about you, Mo? What you been playing, baby?
Cool, man. Cool. You guys pretty much said it, dude. I haven't. I just been cycling between those games, really. I'm going through Borderlands 2 for the first time just so I can get to Borderlands 3. Half the time I have no idea what the fuck is going on in the story. I'm kind of just going along, I'm just going with the flow, and then Diablo 3, we haven't played it in a week, and I'm pretty fucking upset about that because I would like to get back to it at some point. And Vermintide, man, Warhammer Vermintide 2, it's pretty cool. And how I know it's pretty cool is because we've been having a fucking blast. Game Pass, baby. Game Pass. That's how I saw it. That's how I found it. It's free on Game Pass.
Well, now technically it's not free because you pay a monthly subscription, and I need to know how the numbers are and if they're actually real numbers. And we don't. I mean, you know, oh my god, that annoys me so much.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But yeah, so I'm just going through those right now until Returnal comes out, and I'm gonna see if Returnal hands my nuts to me, you know, which I'm assuming it's probably going to. I still don't know if I'm gonna finish the game or not, you know, just based off of what everyone's saying. I do have a friend who is reviewing the game, and he's like, you know, that shit that came out yesterday about and no, this is not an insider. If anybody fucking says anything, I'm not like that. And he did tell me, he's like, he thinks like the difficulty at least seems to be a little bit exaggerated, you know, in terms of that shit that came out yesterday from that guy PyroPix. And he's like, he seems to have roguelite and roguelike kind of mixed up. And he's really talking about the difficulty of the Platinum Trophy, I guess, you know, which I don't really give a shit about. So that shouldn't be an issue for me.
You have to remember, there was a dude couldn't make it past the tutorial in Cuphead.
Yeah.
That's a tough
that is true,
dog.
That is true, man. That is true. That is true. But we do.
I'm going to stream it the night it releases, just so everybody can hear me scream and curse in Southern.
we do have something, you know, from Ains over here. He wants to know about, you know, Dan and what he's planning on doing with Returnal. Dan, how are you planning on tackling Returnal, man? You know,
yeah, that's not happening. Like, here's the thing with Ains constantly, like anytime he sees any kind of news, right, he sends me these, you know, like, hey, look at what this guy, like when that Power Picks or whatever it was did, like that, you know, he's like, hey, look at this. I'm like, dude, like, what in the hell? I want, there's no difficulty setting. Mm-hmm. Everybody that has said stuff about it said it's very, very difficult. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've always said I'm going to wait. Ains is going to review it for SG, and I told him I would wait for it. And it, you know, I think I sent him something like, you know, he sent me that thing. I was like, did I sleepwalk through your house and like shove a spiked butt plug into your special place or something? Like, you know, I was like, why do you keep doing this to me? Like, you're I don't even know what to do.
He likes to see you squirm, man.
Because it looks like, you know, it looks like a third-person shooter, you know, and like, okay, roguelike, I don't even know what the difference is. if you die, you go back and start again. Okay, fine. That whatever that is, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But like, if it's ridiculously difficult, I'm just gonna say the hell with it because I got other stuff to play. Maybe by then they'll patch the show. Let's see what happens. There's so much out there to play. I'm not gonna drop $70 on something that I'm going to basically have a heart attack over, you know, and regret it 5 minutes in. Because that's probably what'll happen. I mean, it'd be like me picking up a Dark Souls game, and I'd be like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. This is stupid.
But man, some of the best.
My only problem with it is you got like a week to beat it before Resident Evil comes out.
Oh yeah, no problem there. I'm good there.
You're not playing Resident Evil either.
I can't play.
Man,
dude, I made it. I told you this before. I made it to the gate in Resident Evil 7, where like the crows jump. Not even inside the house. You get out of your car and walk up to the gate, and then the crows, like, you know, birds like fly out. And I'm like, well, that's good enough. I'm done. Man, make it past that. I literally shut the damn thing off. I can't do it.
Jesus.
I have a certain lifestyle that I like to enjoy. And
is that like the Care Bears reunions or what?
No, it's mostly sugar and snacks, and you know, so my heart, I don't know if it could take it, you know, with this kind of stuff. Like, I've played scary games before. Like, Control is like probably the level that I can play at.
Control,
like where it's just that creepy vibe. Like, I can deal with that stuff. I played like half of Evil Within 2, and I did all right. And then shit started hitting the fan. I was like, this is why. I mean, I was doing good. I was like, oh, this is my first one in years.
So look, man,
you PC game at all, Dan?
Not really. The only game I actually have right now is the Tunic. The Tunic.
I got a couple of games in my Steam library that are co-op. You and I need to get together and stream them.
See, I don't even know what you're talking about. But there's just a point, like, I don't know when it happened in my lifetime, but I used to love horror games. Like, I played all the Resident Evils back in the day. You know, I thought Parasite Eve was kind of a scary game, you know, a little bit. It's one of my favorite games of all time. So, you know, and then there was like a game called D back up for the PlayStation. I played that a lot.
I remember D.
Love that game. You know, and then at one point I was just like, I can't do this anymore. This is stupid. Why am I making my stomach feel like this when it can be filled with M&Ms? It makes no sense to me. So
that's why I love
that
that game so much.
I love that concept. Holy shit.
Look what Ace just put in the chat.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even gonna argue. I love the D. I'll say it for the masses.
In case Ainsley wasn't here earlier at the beginning of the show, Dan and I now start a new podcast. It's going to be called Seasoning the Box.
Seasoning the
Yeah,
box,
this is
baby.
hot off the presses.
Seasoning the
box.
There's no copyright infringement anywhere.
You heard it here first, baby.
Yeah.
Season the box.
It will be nothing but reviewing evil, scary horror games.
Right.
Yeah, it'll last 3 minutes and it'll be one episode. And then it'll just be Wilmy with other guests. That's all it's going to be.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, boys. Let's get to these topics at hand.
Oh, you got topics?
Yeah, I know, man. I know. We could just shoot the shit for the next hour and a half, though.
Unscripted and keep the same energy.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Where have I heard that?
we don't do scripted, bro. We just have
Where have I heard
topics.
that? I can't think of
Which one? What was it? Say it again.
Unscripted and keep the same energy. I keep hearing that somewhere. I just can't place it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
Yeah, me either.
Someone
right.
look it up, guys.
Topic number one. Let's go, Mike.
Topic number one. All right. First thing is the xCloud, the gaming invites for Windows 10 and iOS devices. They started going out this week. Did you guys get them by any chance? Any of you guys?
I did.
Fuck. Okay, I did not.
Sorry.
Yeah. So apparently they went out for Windows 10 PCs, Apple phones, and tablets. Obviously, it's a limited beta. I know a few people. Obviously, you guys. I know Ainsley got it. Over 100 games are going to be playable through Edge, Safari, and Chrome. We already knew this was going to happen, and it was coming at some point. Really, for me, I didn't really care, to be honest with you, because I don't have the job or the time really to be able to use it. You know, like I can't utilize it for me. That's what I mean. Here. Yeah, like I can't. It's cool that it's cool that it's there. I like the fact that it's there, but I mean,
yeah, I'll never use it.
Yeah, but did you use it? Have any of you guys used it yet?
I did. I used
Okay.
it for a little bit, and I mean it works. It's not something that I actually enjoy using, but and you know what's funny is that you really notice that, you know, in wherever their servers are, they're probably like 1S, you know, equivalent servers, because the load times are horrendous, right? So coming from the Series X to the xCloud is the load times are, you know, old school mechanical drive, you know, load times. So I noticed that first off, and otherwise, I mean, it works. I don't know, man. I don't know what I do with it. I don't travel enough that I'd be using it. When I tried to use it in Mexico, it wouldn't work. So you know, I don't know. I'm sure people are excited. It worked flawlessly on my Mac at work.
Okay.
I turned it on, and my iPhone, and it's just a browser, and you can full screen it, and you know, you pick a game, and it loads it, and tells you when it's ready to go.
Let me ask you something. So there's no dedicated app for it, right?
No.
So how did they do it?
It's just through they must be using HTML5 or something. There's no plugin that loads, so it's native to Chrome. You know, it's not Flash because Adobe Flash is gone. So I'm thinking it's HTML5 or some shit that they bake in there, and then you know, you log in and makes that secure connection, and it must just remotely use something that's already baked in. I mean, it's kind of slick, dude. There's nothing you load. There's no Chrome plugin. There's no, you know, there's nothing. It's pretty seamless. So whatever they did a good job. And then on your iPhone, you know, you can create a shortcut, and it still loads up a browser.
Sure.
You know, that's kind of shitty. I'm hoping there's an app. It feels more fluid when there's an app.
Nice.
But yeah, it worked without any need for any additional shit. So
now, besides myself, is anyone here going to be using it regularly?
No.
Negative.
No.
Actually, not besides myself, because I'm not going to be using it regularly. I asked that question in the wrong way. Okay, well, now that that's out of the way, yeah, xCloud. If you have the invites, awesome. Make sure you guys get on it. The only thing I will say is, I think this is going to be a good supplement to Game Pass Ultimate, on top of everything else that is offered with Game Pass Ultimate itself. I don't know if this will ever be advertised as like its own platform, like Stadia. I hate to say it. I'm not going to compare it, but I'm just saying like Stadia is a streaming platform, but it's on its own. So I wonder if this will ever be, if they're ever going to get it to a point where it's going to be offered as like its own separate platform, to people who are interested versus just as part of Game Pass, as part of Game Pass Ultimate. So what were you saying, Kev?
It would have to be cheap, man, because I just don't see somebody paying for this.
But then again, there's a lot of people that only play on mobile devices and
that's true.
All that good stuff.
But dude, $15 a month though, to get access to the Game Pass games as well, it's really not bad. Even with the, even if you're, let's just say you are one of those people that only wants to stream and you're only about that, about xCloud. Even then, man, $15 a month is still a fucking great deal.
Cheaper than Netflix.
Yeah, it is. I just got my Netflix bill, $17.99 for anybody that, yeah. So, and I still say, if Game Pass goes up to $20, I swear to God, I wouldn't even fucking bet an eye because it'll still be worth it. Just, my opinion. Don't kill me. I'm sorry. Okay, well, so this is Dan's favorite topic of the day, Resident Evil Village.
Anthem. What?
Oh yeah, shit. No, see, Ains isn't on the show. Ains is with us, but I don't feel right saying Anthem without Ains being here, man. Ains, I know you're here, man. I love you, brother. I'm representing you in spirit.
Yeah, I'm not sure he would mind.
Yeah, I know, but at least it got mentioned.
Oh man.
Anyway, yeah. So Resident Evil Village. Previews are out. Seems to be pretty solid. And I didn't play any of I actually didn't read the previews. You kind of just read through Twitter and you kind of like, you gauge it. I didn't read any previews. I didn't watch any previews. I was actually pretty fucking annoyed with Sony the other day when they tweeted out that 10-second video of you in the house. And then you see Lady Dimitrescu coming up the stairs.
Exactly.
I was so fucking annoyed by that because I'm like, bro, like I didn't know that was there. Like I didn't know she does that. Why are you just stop revealing shit? Everybody's pumped for it. Everybody's excited for it. I know Dan is on cloud fucking 9. He can't wait to dive into. Look at this guy, man. You try to, but dude, I'm trying to sleep tonight, Wilmy. What the fuck, man?
I'm fucking with Dan, dude. It's allowed.
So just keep going. I'm gonna test out the stream.
Oh man, look how fucking dude. I don't know. You know what, man? I don't know how you can keep that shit in the house. I swear to God. Ooh.
My grandson loves it.
Oh yeah. Well, that kid's gonna be he's gonna be a tough bastard, bro. I'll tell you that much.
That's the plan.
I love it.
That's the plan.
He's raising him to be not Dan.
Yeah, exactly. But I had better words.
Now, the thing is, look, Dan, I just started getting into horror games, man. If you even want to call it that. I just fucking finished Resident Evil 7. And I was in the same boat as you, bro. I just didn't even give a shit. I didn't care. I didn't want to, because I'm like, this isn't worth it. But Resident Evil 7 was so good, man. Honestly, it was Village that really motivated me to finish it. But anyway, previews were good. I don't know if who played the demo. I'm not going to ask you, Dan. I know you have not played the demo, but I know Kevin did.
I did. I like
Wilmy, did you play the demo? I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
Okay, Wilmy, what did you think of the demo then?
I liked it. I just think it's kind of stupid the way they're setting the times up on this thing. It's really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm not sure why they did it the way they did it.
Mm-hmm. But
it is what it is. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm tired of hearing about this damn vampire bitch.
Well, Sarko is not, man, because he said I'd pay double for the big lady to chase me.
Oh my God, she is not the only tall woman that's ever been on the planet.
Oh shit, this is awesome. Anyway, yeah. So, what did you think mechanically then, Wilmy? Compared to 7, what did you think? Was there anything any differences that you felt, or just whatever?
It felt really similar to me, to be honest.
Did it?
I had no issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it kind of follows along a little more like 7.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a lot different than the last one in some aspects. I just hope they don't get too corny with it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I know what you mean. Kevin, you played the demo. What did you think?
So it was fine. I've played all 2 demos so far, I think, and all of it's fine. I get through it in about 15 to 20 minutes, and what's fucked up is that preview that they revealed with the lady in the door, right? I didn't see that during my last demo reveal. She didn't chase me. So they are indeed spoiling shit, and it's just dumb. It's just super stupid. Not even in the fucking playable demo did she chase me, but yet I saw it, in their little trailer preview. So I can't wait for this thing to release. I think the story has potential, but it also has potential to be kind of corny. So we'll see.
Right.
Just like Wilmy was saying. Even 7 got a little, I don't know, a little cringe at times, but we'll see.
Like, man, like I saw Mike playing this trailer right now, and I even went off of the window, just so I just don't want to see any more of this game anymore.
Right.
Oh, really?
No, keep it. It's okay. I don't care. This way, whoever's watching, no, I don't care. I'm just saying, like, I'm just really, I just want to go in and try this game out and see what's up, and I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a great.
Did you ever finish 7 mode?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah,
you did finally finish it.
Oh yeah, remember I tweeted about it. You're like, yeah, or so I think it was. Yeah, you did, man. Yeah, I remember.
Right.
Yeah, no, I did finish it. I haven't played the DLCs though.
The DLCs are really kind of disappointing in my opinion.
Are they?
Yeah, I didn't care for them.
Okay. Yeah, so they're not really necessary then. You feel?
No.
Okay. All right, that's good. Then that's good. That's less time I have to spend on those. I guess I could just look forward straight to the game. Mike, are you playing Resident Evil Village, man?
I am, man. This game looks I didn't play the demos because, like you, Mo, the last thing I saw was the whole, like, little lady is chasing you and the thing. And, dude, I literally, put my phone down in disgust, bro. And I'm just like, man, fuck that, dude. Now I know that I'll always have some type of tension in me to be like, I can't wait until, not can't wait, but, I'm ready for it. And so when it does happen, it's not going to be this big reveal. It's going to be like, oh, yeah, I saw this already. But, oh, there she is. Yeah, you'll still get, that same feeling. But I hate when movies do that. I hate when games do that because you're revealing a lot of the things that are supposed to hit you in the gut and be like, damn, I can't believe they did this. That's so crazy. But showing teasers of stuff like that, no, man, you could have shown something else. When it comes to gameplay, what I see, it literally, dude, I don't know how else to put it. It literally makes it seem like it's going to be a first-person shooter, Bloodborne type of game.
Oh, that's
I can see that.
Where it's not going to be a hyper, super, boom, 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 die, motherfucker, die kind of thing. Because it shows a lot of enemies and stuff like that. But I think it'll be put in where you kind of have to okay, my pump action shotgun reloads this fast. It only does this rate of fire. But I do have 5 enemies in front of me. So there's going to be a little give and take where you got to step in and shoot and back off maybe to keep that horror element, But that little bit of action is going to be... It's going to drive you to want more, whether it's scary or not, I think. And, man, it just looks phenomenal. It just the castle, the outer parts, it just looks good, man. And, dude, and I'm like you, Mo. I don't play scary games like that where I'm just like yearning to be like anxiety induced. You know what I'm saying? But this game reminds me, it's that good mix of just like, it's a little bit of horror, a little bit of creepiness. Like still you're like shooting them in the face though. So I can't wait.
I don't think Dan agrees with a little bit of horror and a little bit of creepiness.
I have no frame of reference, so I can't speak.
Like,
on
what's
it
your
too
level,
much.
Dan, of like horror
Like
or
Control.
creepiness?
Control.
What about Dead Space?
I haven't played that.
It's pretty. I played Dead Space 1 and 2, and that was fine. But that was probably right around the point where I was just like, nah.
Like, I'm good feeling this one.
Yeah. So that's what Resident Evil 7 felt to me at some point.
Right.
Like, it started to feel like Dead Space and Dead Space 2. Like, actually very similar in terms of like horror.
If I went to that right now, I wouldn't be able to do it. That's
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I think the last really big horror game I played was Evil Within 2.
Oh, hell no.
And I made it like halfway, and I was like, this isn't that bad. It's actually telling a halfway decent story. I'm kind of digging it. And then it just goes off the rails. And I'm just like, man, there's really no point. Like, it just goes crazy. Like the weird demon thing chasing you down. Like, I don't like being chased. That's like a humongous thing. Like,
that's
don't
terrible,
chase me.
Dude.
Because I'm already, like, generally I have shaky hands. All right. And the older I get, the shakier they get. So I'm already struggling. Like, if I've got to jump over something to get to, like, oh no, I got to jump over this box, I'm screwed.
Did anybody else just think of Blazing Saddles?
Jump the controller like
it's over.
Anybody else think of Blazing Saddles?
Oh.
Remember when he asked the guy, the Calico Kid, he goes, is your hand shake that bad? He goes, yeah, see, he goes, well, that hand looks fine. He goes, this is the one I game with. This is the one I game with.
That's exactly it. Like, it's just, and that, then you add the tension on top of it, and I'm out.
Yeah,
no way.
I don't believe you, man.
It looks gorgeous. Let me say that. The Resident Evil Village stuff that I've seen looks amazing, and makes me, that's a little disappointing that I won't be able to experience, how good it looks and how, because it seems to run, what you guys had down there, 60 FPS with ray tracing. That's awesome. That's so cool. You haven't really seen that yet, except for, I think there's a mode in Miles Morales. But it doesn't take advantage of it like this looks like it does.
Holy shit, how'd you get a picture of Fork?
Well, that's, you know what, man? That's the other thing, too. You reminded me. So they said initially when they were announcing the specs or the performance or whatnot, they said it would run 4K. If it would be 4K 60 without ray tracing. So 4K 60 FPS on the PS5 and Series X. With ray tracing, it was 45 frames per second at 4K. Which a lot of people thought was a little weird. But then Digital Foundry, they did an analysis of the demo. And the demo wasn't, and they saw that the demo was pretty much almost consistently running 4K 60 on the PS5 in ray tracing.
Nice.
So they said like somewhere between 55 to 60 frames per second, which is pretty impressive, man. Yeah. So, and that's the RE engine. The RE engine is incredible. It's so fucking it's amazing how scalable it is. I mean, with Devil May Cry and Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 3 and even Resident Evil 7, it's amazing how well optimized that engine is for these machines, or vice versa. Whatever, but yeah. Cool. Anyway, 4K 60 ray tracing. That should be something to look forward to as well. Dan, I know you're right up there, man. I know you can't wait for that shit.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. I'll keep trying, but okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So the next thing on hand is, so Sony confirmed, or actually no. Yeah. So Sony actually backpedaled on the PS3 and the Vita digital stores. So if anybody remembers, just a couple of weeks ago, they announced that they were closing the PSP, PS Vita, and the PS3 digital stores. And obviously, there was pandemonium and this whole thing about, oh my God, they don't want to preserve their old games or their history. And, I don't want to retread all those conversations, but there was definitely an uproar about it, and there was concern about physical games, for the Vita and the PS3 going up in prices just because they're not going to be available on digital anymore. So then a couple days ago, Jim Ryan, who's the president and CEO of Sony Interactive, he put out a post on the PlayStation blog, and he said, recently we notified the PS3 and the PS Vita devices, the stores were planned to close. Upon further reflection, I'm sure he just woke up and he pondered it over a cup of coffee in the morning. However, it's clear that we made the wrong decision here. So today I'm happy to say that we will be keeping the store operational for the PS3 and the Vita devices. But the PSP commerce functionality will retire on July 2nd. So the PSP is still going to close. Anyway, yeah, he goes on, just to say that a lot of passion and, we were wrong on this one. And he admitted that they were wrong, so, I mean, at least that's good. But, again, I don't know. I wonder if they just did this on purpose to just drive fucking sales, at some point for the Vita and the PS3, just to see if there would be any type of uptick, right? It's kind of like, hello, is this alive or dead? Guys, you know what? Let's test it. We're not offering anything anymore. Fucking sales go up. Hey! Yeah, but yeah. I'm just fucking around, man. It's such a stupid PR hit, really. I mean, it's a PR
shock
hit.
Me, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's a PR hit that I don't think that they really wanted. Especially now, every week we talk about, compared to, just because Xbox is doing so well with the PR and everything that they do just makes Sony's silence really just more accentuated, or any moves, any weird moves that they would make are just, they become more accentuated because of, the good PR coming from their competition. But I'm personally happy to see this. I really don't care either way. For me, it's really just about preservation of the old games, of their history, because, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. If I want to play Metal Gear Solid 4, you can't play it unless you have a PS3 or you're on PS Now. And obviously, I'm not going to fucking stream that shit on PS Now because it's garbage, so, and it's only streaming. It's not like you can download it like Game Pass and play it. No, it's only streaming. So, yeah, I hope this is at least a first step, but it's a good step. It's a good step in the right direction for them. And yeah, honestly, it was just good to see at least like some positive PR from that perspective, or at least from them. But Dan, what did you think? Did this affect you in any way, shape, or form about the PS3? No. Okay, well that's good to know, man.
Well, I mean, it's. I'm glad they did it for the people that have it. I don't use backwards compatibility as much as, from this gen maybe to the last gen, with some of those games, yeah. But like you start going to 360 games, then no. Like there's very, very few games that I'm gonna be like, man, I don't have that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. Yeah, I understand why. They have to kind of weigh the cost of keeping these stores up versus what they're actually gonna make from them. I mean, they can take a loss on it to a certain extent, I'm sure too.
Sure.
But yeah, it was just more of a PR thing, I think. Like you said, it's really nothing else. I mean, I'm sure those people with PS3s and the Vita, they're super excited. You could have bought anything you wanted to before that, though. I mean, it's like Sony. What they should have done is say, yeah, we're going to close this. Everything is 99 cents. All right, so buy everything that you want for 99 cents. Come July, you can still download your stuff, get it anytime you want, but that's it. Just have like a going out of business sale, because then everybody would have like every damn game. You take $20
liquidation sale.
Yeah, put it down.
Look at the ego. This was Sony's answer to the Xbox Live hike blunder. Oops, we messed up. Yeah. Only difference is they corrected it within 24 hours.
Yeah, Jim Ryan had to really think about it. Yeah,
he did, man. He had to, after careful pondering, they had to think about it over coffee.
Yeah.
Wilmy, what do you think about this, man?
I haven't used dude, I'm not even sure where my Vita is anymore at this point. I know I've got one somewhere in this house. I'm just not sure where. But I'm kind of like Dan on that one. I don't really play a lot of older games anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Some games I do, but there's very few and they're far in between.
Yeah.
And some of them you can get on PlayStation Now, but then you run into that whole thing, you have to stream them. And if you've ever tried to stream a game from PlayStation Now, don't.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I've got amazing internet speeds and it just doesn't even work.
Yeah.
90% of the time, it does not work. I just don't really play that many older games, so it really doesn't affect me one way or the other.
Well, the thing is it wasn't necessarily just about older games. Like, I mean, it was just about allowing access, right? Like, I mean, for instance, like again, because it's so easy on Xbox. That's exactly what I was saying. You know, I mean,
well, that is the one place where Microsoft has definitely got Sony over the barrel.
Without question, you know, and that's why. And I think, and we've talked about this before here, had Xbox not gone above and beyond with this whole backwards compatibility, access to your old games thing, if it was just status quo between both of them, nobody would bat an eye over this, to be honest with you. You know, it would kind of be like, yeah, you want to play PS3 games, go play on your PS3. You want to play Vita games, go play on your Vita. But because they've just made it now so accessible, that's just now it really is. Now it's the standard.
You know, created a new hashtag.
Yeah.
Which game preservation.
Yeah, game preservation. Yeah, absolutely.
But
so
most people said they didn't like to play older games when Microsoft kept announcing back compat, so I was confused.
Yeah, well, they can fucking say whatever they want, you know, because people still play that shit. At least I like to believe so. Fuck, I use it. You know, I mean, I have like fucking 400 backwards compatible games sitting right there. So I mean, it's
if you got them, play them.
Yeah, why the hell not? Honestly, Kevin, what's your take on this, bud?
I think it's a good move. I don't think it actually costs them much of anything to keep those stores alive.
No.
I'm a firm believer that you know, no news is good news, and they probably should have never announced that fucking shit because it pissed people off. But then again, you know, maybe it did bring some attention to whatever. Who knows? I have no idea. I just know that it's a good thing for older games, and it's not something that they actively work on. You know, like Xbox backwards compatibility involved a team to make that shit work.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Here you're just allowing access to fucking games. So.
Right.
You know. Yeah. No. I think they can put that shit off on some cloud storage somewhere on the cheap and just leave it there until the Earth dies.
Right. All right.
People will always love that shit. I mean, people still play fucking Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games, and you know, I don't know, man. There's always those people that love their retro shit. So good for them. It doesn't hurt. I don't think it's a negative. It's not taking any, you know, reason.
No, it's definitely not. Yeah, it's not a negative at all.
Like, yeah. So you know, I don't think they have a team that sits there and curates their shit. So yeah, it's good news.
Yeah, that's why they're fucked up, Kevin.
Right, yeah,
because they don't have a team there.
Yeah.
Hey, did that one dev ever come out and say anything? Like, hey, we're back on track?
I don't know the guy who his game got canceled, right?
Yeah, or he canceled. Yeah.
Which one? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Lilimo Games.
Sure.
Yeah, that's Colin Moriarty. Well, he owns like 49% of that studio or whatever. But so they just bought a Vita development kit. They bought a development kit in March, right? And they already released a couple games on the Vita already, but now, I mean, he's like, Sony sold us a development kit in March, and we were given no heads up about the fact that they're going to do this.
Right.
So, you know, did they
come back and start it again?
Well, they're still looking at it right now, you know, I mean, because they need to know, like, how, like, is this temporary or is this permanent, right? Because if you look at Jim Ryan's thing, you know, I mean, it says for the foreseeable future. So what is for the foreseeable future? You know, like, I mean, is this going to be permanent, or is it just kind of like, hey, squeeze out whatever the fuck else you want, you know, now until we do close it? So I think they're going to look at it, because if you release a new game now and you get cut off that digital access, you're kind of fucked, because it's getting harder. It's getting harder to press physical Vita discs, like a lot harder. There's just no availability anymore. That's why, like, now, if you want to buy like brand new Vita games, it's only accessible like if you go to Play Asia, you know, Play Asia or what is it, Asia Soft? You know, you can buy the games from them. Like, only specific publishers now are putting them out, because they're the ones that have access to the cartridges. It's so weird. So I don't blame them for that, man. It kind of sucks, really.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like the Vita was like this monster stuff. They don't even make them anymore. You know, if you're going to go buy a dev kit for it, you know, for basically a dead handheld, you know, why don't you try to make something for the Game Boy Advance, I guess? Or, you know, I mean, To me, it sounds like a stupid business plan. That being said, put it on PC. Or most of your development's going to be through there anyway. So
yeah,
that's true.
That's a bigger audience. I mean, you're looking at like 10
That was kind
people.
of a dumb move.
Yeah, I mean that's. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
That's just me looking from the outside, and more power to you. Good luck with all that stuff, but for God's sakes, just
That's true. Yeah, no, you're right, man. And honestly, too, like, for the PS3 and the Vita itself, like, if you wanted those games by now, any games that you wanted on the consoles, you just said it then. Like, you would have just bought them already. Like, I mean,
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You can't just fucking wake up now 2 generations later and be like, "Ooh, I didn't get this on the PS3." Like, I mean, you didn't get it 10 years ago. Like now you want to.
Right. It's not like Naughty Dog's walking in. Hey guys, we're gonna make something for the PS2. It's gonna be huge. Let's get us PS2 dev kits.
That's super true. The only thing I can think of, and the only reason I ever even consider going back, is if I cannot play like a part 1 of something that they're making a sequel for on current.
Oh, sure.
Yes,
then I do consider going back and being like, oh, maybe I'll buy this on the PS3. And there are a few games like that, although the vast majority have been remastered, and have come up through the generations that were good enough. So I don't even know how valid an excuse that is. But I could see that, like, oh, I'll never be able to play part 1. I'll never know what the fuck that story and how that ended. So I could see that. But again, like, what's that percentage? I mean, you've had 12.
Very, very little.
Yeah, it's
very
It's
little.
tiny. It's tiny.
Yeah. So anyway, man, good for them. Mike, you got anything to add, brother?
It makes me just ask questions, really. It's like, what if they just shut it down and they didn't even say anything? Would anybody have cared? And then, like, it would have just been that one tweet where they're just like, dude, did you know the store shut down? And then everybody would have been like, oh, that makes sense. That's crazy. If it was like, but it does make me wonder, like, how much of it was this decision made by the fans where they're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I can't go back and play those PlayStation 3 games. And Sony's like, reverse that shit. Reverse it now. Like, the fans, they're like calling for it. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of it makes me question the community a lot, because it's just like, what do y'all give a fuck about? You know what I mean? Like, what is okay with y'all?
They really don't, man.
Dude, for real.
They really don't, man. It's just bitching. I swear. Look at Dash right here.
Right.
Dash, I bought a ton of 100-hour JRPG PS1 classics I'll never play, right? Okay, that's cool. You're not going to fucking play them, right? But then, like, okay, so is it just to say, like, oh, I own them, so in case they get rid of them, I have them. So you can fucking tap yourself on the shoulder, but who cares? You're not going to play them. You're not going to experience them. If it's just to give yourself a fucking boner in a conversation and say, like, well, I own that game. Like, I mean, who cares? Right? Like, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I get it. Kevin was right. It applies towards some things, like, I mean, if we're sitting here and talking about Resistance and nobody's played Resistance.
I want to play all of them.
Yeah.
Sure. If you own a PS3, play Resistance, right? If you've never played Metal Gear Solid 4, download. That's the only fucking place you're going to play it. So, I mean, but like for overall, I mean, come on, man. Like, we're 2 generations in, like, come on.
The best move they could have made is, well, and like, this is like a whole big old issue or whatever, but they could have said, we're taking it down because we're trying to formulate some way to put them on like current gen consoles in their own like little thing. And then boom, that would have been like, turn a frown, right upside down. All right, can't wait for that to happen. Now we're going to be able to play old games on the new shit.
Absolutely, man.
But they were like, you know what? No. We'll just turn it back on for you guys, which is probably just a switch in their office. And like, all right, so y'all are happy now? Cool. Like, oh man, they turned it around. You know what I mean?
It's a switch in Jim Ryan's evil lab.
Yeah, the red button. Turn off this store. Yeah,
That's what most people want to believe, man. He probably goes into his fucking crypt and he's just like, how am I going to ruin their lives today?
He hangs upside down.
Geometric.
Like, how do I throw a hamper in? Like, or we need a spotlight. Like, I need some attention. Let's do something crazy.
Bring the interns in. I need fresh blood.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking hilarious, dude. I swear to God. Anyway, yeah. While we're on the PlayStation topic, really quick. So, if you guys took advantage of the Play at Home initiative that they had some really cool games that they gave away recently, man. Ratchet and Clank, Abzu, Enter the Gungeon, Res Infinite, Subnautica, The Witness, Astrobot Rescue Mission, Moss, Thumper, Paper Beast, and obviously Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition. So that was 11 games, all free of charge. Nothing tied to a subscription. You don't need to be a PS Plus member, blah, blah, blah. So the only reason I'm mentioning this is on the PlayStation blog, the SIE Content Communications, the senior director of SIE Content Communications, Sid Schumann, he said, thanks again to the community and stay tuned. We'll have another Play at Home update to share very soon. So once again, I'm not going to get into this whole conversation about what Sony's going to do in response to Game Pass or whatever it is, if they even want to respond, because everybody thinks this fucking business is tit for tat. But I think, see, look, Ains knows, man. See, PlayStation is dead. Yeah, he's absolutely right, dude. It's fucking dead, man. Dead. So if there's another Play at Home initiative, and let's just say they release another 3, 4, 5 games, I mean, that's actually not bad, man. Honestly, they just gave away 11 games for free of charge, right? And what was it? 4 of them were for VR, 4 or 5 of them. So even if it was 5 of them for VR, you still have 6 that you can play off of VR, And even if, like I told people anyway, even if you don't have PSVR, fuck it, man, just claim them. Claim them. Yeah, just claim them. Add them to your library. So they had some. So that's good. We'll see what they do, and I don't know where they're going to go with it. I'm not going to sit here and speculate what the fuck they're going to add, but I just thought it would be worth mentioning.
Oh, come on! You're not going to spread rumors and falsehoods.
What kind of
pod?
Hold on.
You're not going to spread rumors.
Ragnarok? What the fuck, Wilmy? Seriously, man? Ragnarok part of?
I didn't say Ragnarok.
Wow! Somebody tweet that shit out. Yeah, you did, man. I fucking heard it, man.
No, sir, not me.
Oh, that's what I heard, man. Maybe I'll get Idle Sloth to retweet you.
Oh God!
I just gotta post it in 4chan. And
shit! That shit will go like wildfire, man. I like Idle Sloth. He tweets some good shit. Anyway, okay. So, anybody here an Overwatch fan?
Dude, I don't even know who this dude was.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Look here. Here's how I was looking at it, right? Okay, so just to tell everybody, so Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan, he's been the face of Overwatch since its inception. Really, he's been with Blizzard since 2002. He's leaving Blizzard after 19 years. He's been with Blizzard since 2002. Joined World of Warcraft team as a designer, and then he apparently was put. Then he left World of Warcraft. He was put on this project called Titan, which was canceled. And then he was moved over to Overwatch, and he's pretty much been the face of Overwatch since its release. For me personally, I'm not a fan of Overwatch. I don't really care about Overwatch, but I know it's affected a lot of people considering it has millions of fans. But it seems like that this is just something that's happening with Blizzard. He's not the first. Apparently, there's a lot of graybeards that have been leaving steadily. They're kind of getting rid of some old blood, and they're bringing in some new people in. Fresh ideas. Reinvigorating the studio. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. But
I like that concept, though.
My only thing, honestly, the only reason I'm mentioning Jeff Kaplan is because I have this newfound love for Diablo, and I was concerned whether this would in any way affect Diablo 4. And once I heard he was only on Overwatch, I'm like, you know what, man? I'm good.
Cool.
Happy trails,
I didn't know who the guy was either, and he really didn't care.
Yeah, so... I guess
but I see why you're into it, Mo. Yeah. I see where this trail led to.
That's really it. Once I heard, because I didn't know. Again, I'm not an Overwatch fan, so I just like used to. Honestly, I barely knew who the guy was. I mean, you just hear names like here and there, but as long as he wasn't attached to Diablo, man, happy trails, my friend. I wish you no ill will. Retire, drink. Do whatever you want. You guys got anything to add for Jeff Kaplan? But considering no one fucking knew who he was.
Well, I don't have
who he
nothing
was.
on Jeff Kaplan, but I got something that's similar that happened. Some dude, I guess, who worked on the Marvel's Avengers storyline single player campaign, left doing that, and he went back to Naughty Dog. His name is Sean S. I'm gonna fuck this up. Eskag.
Okay.
Right.
Sean escaped. Yeah, that sounds better. Sean escaped that terrible fucking game they made. Yeah.
ESCAYG. Yeah. So and he did the Kamala Khan like single player part. I don't know how much like involved he was, but like he went back to Naughty Dog. So I thought that was cool. He like posted a picture on his Twitter like with a Naughty Dog.
Dude, they all
cup. They all know each other. Dude, it's not so that funny.
They always come back. Drew Murray, fucking Corey Barlog, this guy. Anytime somebody leaves and tries to go to greener pastures, these guys always come back.
Right.
They always come back.
Well, it's funny because like the devs for Avengers, you know how they run the Friday thing. They were talking about like, oh, like because fans always be bitching about like, why don't you do it like this game or why don't whatever, like why don't you make the game how I want to make it, even though I run a grocery store or whatever the fuck kind of talk. You know what I mean? And he was like the developer, the like lead of like the initiative or whatever. He was like, yeah, we know, like we talked to Naughty Dog people, and like I didn't make the connection, but like now understanding, it's like, dude, like the industry is small. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they might be in other countries and certain other things, but like everybody, if you're in like, say you worked at a studio, and what would your hobbies, what would your interests be? If your main job is making video games, you're probably like, you're into that world basically is what I'm saying, right? And who else is in that world? Other small studios that talk about like, oh man, like we try to get them to climb well, like, oh, we did this for that, like, you know, and they're like throwing back tips and like, and anyways, what he was saying was just like, we all get along. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but dev studios are not like competing in that like regard or whatever. Anyways, I just thought it was a cool thing just to kind of piggyback off people leaving and going other places or whatever.
Yeah, man, definitely. Sarko, I love you, man. Right.
Love for The Last of Us.
Man. I know how much you love The Last of Us, man. You know, I mean, it's
Last of Us Part 2, to be fair.
Every week, it's amazing how, like, dude, like, I know how much you absolutely love this game. It's so nice. I feel it, baby. I feel it. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And Game Positive, thanks for joining us, brother. I work as a software developer, and the technical term for that is called a boomerang. So someone who leaves and comes back. Makes a lot of sense.
See, it happens so often.
Makes a lot of sense.
Dude, it happens so often, they literally have a term for it.
Yeah,
how often do you think? That's what I mean. You like make a label for something that happens within your company. It's just how shit runs. And like
that's what my son said too. That's what because you guys remember he works at EA Sports now.
Right.
Okay.
And he used to work, I'm not gonna say, but he was actually expecting him to go back. And when I was talking to him on the phone last week, he was like, yeah, I'm not a boomerang. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. He even knows the fucking term. That's great. I love it. Okay. I was going to mention the PS Plus video pass. It's not even fucking worth it, honestly. Moving on to something more important is Game Pass hitting 23 million people.
Can I say something? Is everybody fucking sick of hearing about Game Pass, or is it just me?
Yeah, I am.
I mean,
I know.
I say it
no
10 times
offense,
a day.
Mo. Dude,
honestly,
every podcast is like 35, 40 minutes of Game Pass talk.
Listen, look, I'm going to fucking put it out here. I swear to God. I love talking about this stuff. This is why we do it. You know, and as much as I joke around, I mention it just to mention it, right? I think it's fucking great. I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right?
Let's talk about something interesting. Let's talk about why Dan's arm's jerking.
It's impressive, but man. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and slobber all over it. You know, I mean, but it's impressive. It's 23. We obviously know there's been slow growth. 30 million most likely by the end of the year, and I think at least the only reason I'm mentioning it is because I think by the time Halo Infinite comes out, they will probably be at about 30 million by that point, and you want as many people playing that game as much as possible. So if there's anything, clearly the formula is working, the system is working. I'm not going to have this long winded discussion about it. I don't care about the fucking business semantics. I've talked about it 1,000 times, but it's good to see its growth. And they have to keep their foot on the gas, obviously, because the amount that it's grown, at least just in the last 6 to 8 months compared to where it was from before, it's incredible. I think it's like doubled what it was from before, just in the last 6, at least. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I know the past year, at least less than the past year, it's doubled what it was from before in a much shorter time span. So whatever they're doing, I think it's great. I think it's working. Obviously, we all praise it. We all love it. I was talking about Vermintide earlier, and I do think the more, I think once they hit that magic 40, 50 million, whatever it is, I think it's just going to be, they'll get to a point where it'll be very, very hard for AAA first party or just AAA games, or for third party AAA games or publishers to kind of not, scratch their beards and decide whether they want to put it there or not. But what do you think, Dan? Or wait, would you say, Mike?
I was just gonna say, like, I specifically remember us having a conversation whenever Game Pass hit 15 million. And that wasn't that long ago.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying.
But that's cool. That's cool to see.
Well, rumor is it's an old fairy tale, but once it hits 50 million, Phil Spencer gets his wings.
And then he ascends to the heavens.
I mean, you know what? I mean, I am reaping the benefits.
Yes.
That's really the central point. Anytime I tackle that situation, like the numbers are great. I like to see that it keeps going up because that means that they'll continue to invest in it, which means I get more shit for me.
Yes.
Everybody else I don't care. Like if you want to use it for, your stuff on Twitter and use it as a, whatever, as your fucking Warhammer or whatever the fuck it is, do whatever you're going to do. The only thing that I appreciate is that it's we got MLB, we got Outriders. That's 2 games that I wasn't going to buy. So there's $130 or whatever. In my pocket that I used to buy Near Automata or Near Replicant, I should say.
Yes.
So I just saved myself some money and used it for something else. So
M&M's.
Yeah. I literally just bought a party size peanut butter M&M's to sit next to my peanut M&M's and a thing of cashews. No, but I mean, it's great. It's fantastic. Just keep giving me more stuff. I want to see more of that third party stuff. Keep it going is the biggest thing, right? Yeah. We all see, these 2 big games they put out on here. That's good, but keep going. I'm going to get jaded in a couple months if I don't see something like Biomutant or something on there. I want to see, if you're going to have this growth, then you should be able to invest more into it. Mm-hmm. So let me reap the benefits. Everybody else, I don't care about them.
That's really it, man. That's really all that fucking matters, dude. Honestly, it is the benefits. Wilmy, anything from you on this end besides the fact that you can't stand talking about this?
I beta tested Game Pass. I've had it since it was a concept. So, and I'm paying I think it's $14.99 a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for Game Pass Ultimate. Mm-hmm. I enjoy it. I play some of the games on my on my PC and all that good stuff. But I'm just kind of burned out on the whole topic, dude.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I know. I know. Kevin.
Same, man. I think it's good. It's a good service. I use it.
So I use it.
Tell me more.
I'm afraid of Wilmy just coming unglued here. If
dude,
time on it. No, it's good. It's good news, and the growth is insane. So, and I think this even rolls into kind of why our next topic is gonna happen there,
dude.
I think,
absolutely, man.
Definitely. Which is
absolutely. So, look, I like the fact that so the online multiplayer for free-to-play games was unlocked by Xbox starting on April 21st, which was 4 days ago. So there's a full list of 50 free-to-play games that were available on Xbox.com that you could play without any paywall. That includes Crackdown, Crackdown 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, yada yada yada. There's a whole list of them. There's Killer Instinct, which I was surprised to see there. Obviously, Rocket League, Rogue Company. I'm glad. Yeah, Fortnite, of course. Yeah,
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. Yeah, definitely. I think Leo calls it Fortnite too, doesn't he? It's fucking hilarious.
He does.
But anyway, yeah, man. I don't like it. It's good that they finally did this, and I know that they were praised for it. But I'll be honest too, man. Like at the same time, it's been like that with Sony for quite a long time now. Mm-hmm. You know, like they never had a free to play paywall. So free to play games were just free to play. So obviously, yes, there's the online play aspect, you know, like with PS Plus, but still. So I'm glad to see at least Xbox jumped on this and they finally did it and they're taking advantage of it. And the cool thing is the way I was thinking about it. You know what else, man? You could buy a Series S for $300 and you don't need to pay another fucking dime.
Right.
You know, like I mean, you could literally just jump on and you have access to 50 games without paying another fucking dollar. You know, so that's pretty cool, really, when you think about it. So if anybody does fall under that umbrella, I would really at least like, you know, go to xbox.com and see like their free to play games. It's pretty robust, man. They got a lot of cool shit. So you guys got anything on that, Dan?
I don't even know what games they were because I'm like I said, I'm locked into Game Pass for, you know, perpetuity pretty much.
I know.
So it's never really affected me. You know, it would have affected me back in like 2014, you know, but right now it's just like, you know, good. I mean, I mean, you're really not bringing people into your, you know, subscription service doing this, but at the same time, this is how it should be anyway. Mm-hmm. And it should have been like this for a long time, but you know what? That's fine. You know, do what you're going to do, Xbox, whatever. Like some of the games on there are like, I don't even think they're like multiplayer games. You know, like Walking Dead or something. Yeah, there's
on the 50 list. I think almost all of them are multiplayer. Man.
Are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I haven't seen them.
Oh yeah.
What else is on there?
Yeah, Paladins, Fortnite, Neverwinter, Killer Instinct, Hyperscape, that shitty fucking Ubisoft battle royale game, Crackdown and Crackdown 2. I don't even know if
that shit was lit, Mo. You know it.
Crackdown.
Apex Legends, Warzone, APB Reloaded. There's a lot of there's quite a few of them, man. There's quite a few of them that are Spellbreak.
You know, with this going free, I mean, I vividly remember actually getting one of my kids a PS3, I think at the time, because I didn't want to pay for a subscription, right, to play the free-to-play bullshit, or building a PC because they could get on for free, right? So I mean, this puts it on parity with everything else. It's long overdue, man. They should have done this like 5 years ago, but it's exciting. I think for that, you know, parent that just wants that one, you know, $300 investment and be done for a little while, you know, until your kid starts fucking nagging you again, which they will, you know, until you lock them in a room.
That's what kids do, even when they're adults. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely, dude. It's so anyway, don't need to pay another fucking dime. I think that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to look into this because
you know,
because I don't have to pay for my kids anymore.
Right. It's pretty fucking robust, man. Honestly, Warzone. Yeah, if your kids just play Warzone, let's say your kids play Warzone or Fortnite, you don't need to pay.
You didn't know your kids playing Warzone, Mo.
Minecraft. I don't know.
Hey,
what is it?
Play whatever the fuck I let them.
Right? So rated
don't
M
you
for
parent.
mature, okay? No, but I'm gonna go a little bit less intelligent, more with my heart on this one. I really like the fact that I could play games with my friends for very little cost. Okay, I've been searching for friends to play with. And I mean, all right, let's get out of the whatevers. But no shit, dude. Like, there is such a long time where it's hard to find, like, those people. Like, you got the people who play Warzone and, like, your friends only play fucking Warzone. Or, like, they only play that one multiplayer game. But, like, with all these other free games and all these Game Pass, it's like you want to just try them, but then you go ahead and meet other people and, like, because I'm playing Vermintide with you guys and all this other shit, you know, and it's just like, to me, man, that's the little special like spark that these free games and Game Pass has going on. Xbox wants to connect people like Hideo Kojima himself. in Death Stranding. I know you love that one too, Dan.
Kojima.
You love him.
Yeah, you love him and you know it.
And see, the best part too, if you're opposite like I am, if I find people that play Fortnite, I block them.
There we go.
It's pretty direct, man. I love it.
Friends don't let friends play Fortnite.
Friends don't let friends play Fortnite. You know what, man? Yeah, we actually know. Actually, we do know a few people who play Fortnite. Oh yeah, I'll tell you after the show. You got to add to that block list.
How many are you up to now on Twitter? Have you hit 100,000?
I crossed 77,000 this week. I think it's like 77,600 something.
That's incredible, dude.
And I have 22,000 muted.
That's amazing.
He was one of the original, alpha testers of Twitter. He
knew what it was like coming in.
Phone, his flip phone, he was blocking people.
I have a low tolerance for stupidity. I can't help it.
I literally blocked somebody for saying Outriders was their game of the year. That's how much. That's how petty I've gotten on there now. So I was like,
okay, I'm not that bad.
Yeah, I've gotten done with. I'm done with that kind of shit. It's too bad. I mean, I shouldn't. And I feel bad, but no.
No, that's okay. I'm sure they deserved it. It's okay.
Yeah. I didn't even know who this person was. I was just like, oh, that's random. Yeah,
all right, hang on. I'm gonna tweet that out right now.
Don't do that.
Outriders is my game of the year. Just ask Dan.
There's going to be a lot of people who are going to believe you. By the way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be the sad part of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to believe you if you do that. That's a funny thing.
Fantastic.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to touch on is
Dan. Let's Dan.
Let's switch to Dan, man. We'll get to Dan at the end, man. He's got a lot to say.
Somebody will touch me.
So Jim Ryan, this is just to come back to him. So apparently he spoke with this news magazine. I think it's called Nikkei. I think it's Japanese. And he was saying that the company has been quietly investing in the creation of first-party software and that it could pursue further acquisitions, mergers and acquisition opportunities to bolster its in-house development capabilities. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because of a couple things. He said, we've been quietly but steadily investing in high-quality games for the PlayStation, and we're going to make sure that the PS5 generation will have more dedicated software than ever before. And obviously still looking, we have repeatedly engaged in mergers and acquisitions, like he said from before. And the other thing too is on top of all this, they ended up, Sony ended up announcing this partnership with Firewalk Studios. So Firewalk Studios is it's obviously going to be a second party game exclusive to the PlayStation, but they signed a contract with them to produce a AAA multiplayer game. And this game is going to have veterans from people who worked on BioShock Infinite, Destiny, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Mass Effect. So there's a lot of people on there. And the way that they announced it, obviously, man, it really fucking bothers me the way that they've been announcing these things. Like, I like the engagement. I like the fact that, like, yes, they got some positivity in there by saying these things. And I like the fact that Jim Ryan came out and he said that they are, we're going to bring more of these exclusive games to the PS5 than any other generation. Yeah, you're breaking that silence a little bit, right? People saw these as positives. I saw it as a positive, right? But come on, man. Like, I mean, you're signing. You tell us nothing about the game, but then like the studio director says like, hey, we play this game. We've been playing it. We've been testing it, and we can't wait to share more with you. I hate this fucking vague shit where you just say like, hey, we're making a game. We're making a game. Like, I mean, come on, man. Tell us something. Show us something. You must have concept art. You must have some idea of what
that's
it
kind
is.
of ironic. That's kind of ironic coming from the company that shows games like 5 to 6 years in advance, right?
Well, the good thing, honestly, yeah, that that they do. But the Sony also like has this thing too, where they're just like, hey, we'll just show the games when they're ready. All right, look, I mean, once the games are ready, like that's when we show them. I mean, they definitely did not pull a Cyberpunk, at least recently, or as far as I can remember. But and then obviously then the other thing too is Herman Hulst. Herman Hulst himself. The reason, so what I like is what he said is, I think that the games we make are distinct and diverse as they can be, from Sackboy to Astrobot to Dreams, whatever, to I know Sarko's favorite, The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. He said, and you can bet that we will carry on making these games because they are the heart and soul of what we do at PlayStation Studios. We're committed to making these quality experiences as we are to experimentation and to come up with fresh ideas. So I'm jumbling all of this together because this was a lot of positivity all done in one day, right? Because Sony's been recently quiet and a lot of people have been criticizing them for that, especially with PR. So Herman Hulst basically, whether it's indirect or not indirect, direct or not, or not, he's basically saying like, hey, all of this bullshit about us, about you guys being worried, about us only, being content or just being complacent with a few of these high quality games. Like, no, we're still going to experiment with games. We're going to try different shit out. Don't worry. Like, that's just their very fucking dry corporate way of telling us, don't worry, we're not going anywhere. And really, I do tend to believe it because depending on, if you look at some of the previews, at least for Returnal, we haven't really had anything like that, right? Like, I mean, Returnal is a big risk. It's a big risk for Housemarque, because all the chips are on the table for them with this game. And we really haven't had a game like that before, so... We have had roguelikes. I'm not saying that we haven't, but I'm saying in that manner, the way that they're doing it. No, it's not. And this is just something completely different in the PlayStation stable as well. So the point is, in the interest of time, I think these are good, positive moves. And they are addressing some questions at least, he, like I said, he came out and said about, about the stagnancy, or we're not going to be stagnant, and we're releasing more games and we're going to have more high quality games. But Dan, what did you take of all this, man? Like, I mean, this whole thing where they broke their silence at least for one day, like, was it enough, or or am I just being a negative Nancy? Like, I mean, do you think it was enough for compared to before, or do you think like they at least can still make that extra step, and like fucking tell us what it is that they're doing or what it is that they're making without having to reveal so much detail?
I mean, they can do whatever the hell they want so far.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you have like this humongous influx over the past month or two with everything that Xbox is doing, it makes it, it magnifies it. So, when you're just being quiet, now all of a sudden, everything is magnified. Now you're being really quiet, even though silence is an absolute, I would think. But nevertheless, it's fine. Let them do what they want to do. They're gonna come out and probably blow people away after they could probably come out tomorrow and be like, here's a load screen for whatever Ragnarok, and people like,
here's a new logo.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like they every time they put a video out on YouTube, it gets so many views, and it could be absolutely nothing, and it will just blow up. And they know that. Now, there's going to come a point, I'm sure, like any kind of competing businesses, where they're going to have to step their game up a little bit more. I don't think they're there yet. They're still riding that wave of last gen, and that's okay. I think that's, perfectly fine. They're not hurting for money. They're not doing anything, they're kind of doing, with all these, the play at home initiative, that's really good stuff, especially for people that don't have, those games. Sure. So they're doing what they do. And I think when everything hits, it's going to be awesome. So, I mean, I play most of my third-party games on the Xbox, but at the same time, I am not averse to picking it up for the PlayStation instead. I've got, I got Tony Hawk for the PS5, on the PS5. I had no idea that was how the whole, upgrade thing was going to work at the time when I bought it, but it doesn't bother me. It's not like I'm be like, well, the controller is all. No, it's wherever I felt like buying it. Really, it's like, my PlayStation's on right now, so I'll just buy it on there. Like I've hit that pinnacle of like just lazy, where it's just like, I don't want to go and turn my Xbox on to buy it because I'm already watching YouTube on PlayStation or something. Maybe it's and that's fine with me. Like but now I'm kind of looking at stuff where it's like, where is it going to run the best? And by all accounts, it always should be the Xbox, but that's not always the case. Because I'm, now I've been spoiled with the 60 FPS. I'm just going to wait until Digital Foundry does stuff from now on and just see where it's, where my best frame rate is, and that's where I'll buy it. Because I don't play a lot of multiplayer. All my stuff's mostly single player. Don't have to really worry about playing with friends. Sony will come out, and I know, I'm not getting rid of my PlayStation anytime soon. That's fact. When it does start dropping, these games start dropping. I'm so pumped for Horizon Zero Dawn, for the next God of War. There's a lot of games that are
we don't even know about.
No. Yeah. There's that one they showed that's got like a weird year of exclusivity. I can't remember what the hell it was called.
Deathloop.
It looks really cool.
Tokyo Ghostwire.
No,
or Ghostwire Tokyo.
No. It was something else. Started with an A, maybe.
Biomutant.
No, Biomutant. I don't know where that's going. That's another one of those games where it's just like, like Sony's going to have all these. Both these companies have this third-party stuff going on.
Sure.
And I think we kind of see the stuff happening, right? We kind of see, when they announced that MLB was going to be multi-platform. Now nobody knew it was coming up to Game Pass, day one until a few weeks ago. So, that was cool. But I don't care. Like I don't care that there's a Sony logo on my Xbox. Like I have no idea why that people are like, oh my god. Like I have no clue. Like just it's who cares? Like that's what I'm focused on. No, I want to play the damn game. I don't care who freaking makes it. I'm sure there was an Xbox logo on Minecraft if you play it on PlayStation. It's not like, if people were saying the same thing back then. I just don't care. Give me my games. That's what I care about. So I'm not worried about them. Long story short.
And I really think that's Wilmy, I'm going to get to you in a second. I just think it's strange that he has to address the fact that they're going to diversify in their games, right? As if it hasn't been done before. And it's because of fucking Schreier's article, right? Yeah. Schreier's article is what started all this. And now I'm telling you, bro. And now all of a sudden, you got Herman Hulst who's saying hey, hello. Yeah, we got Returnal. We have this AAA studio. We have a AAA game, a AAA multiplayer game, because they do need one, right? They don't have a AAA first person shooter or multiplayer game. They just don't have that in their stables. So I think it's sad that they have to address that they have to say that, just because this fucking guy, him and that stupid article of his, he started putting all that doubt in there, and it's kind of like he erased 25 years of history. It's all of a sudden, everybody's questioning, oh yeah, Sony's just going to rest on their laurels and they're just going to do this and whatever. I don't want another The Last of Us, but I don't think that's all they're going to do. I don't think they're going to turn it into just a fucking 3 or 4 IP stable. I think that would be ridiculous to assume that. Yeah, because we all know where their bread and butter is. Yeah, it's always been their games, man.
Off topic, that guy can just suck a dick. To come out and say that. I hate that guy so much. That's all he does. Flamboyant, articles that he knows that will get clicks, and then he knows people will pay attention. Then he gets mad at people for challenging what he says, and instead of actually having some kind of decent, constructive conversation, it's just because I don't want to. I know. Fuck that guy.
I just block you because I'm Jason Schreier, bitch.
That was actually his real voice.
That was pretty good, Wilmy. Fuck, that was pretty good, man. Wilmy, what do you?
Not a mock. That was.
It was not a mock. That was a recording. That was an actual recording. Wilmy, what do you think of all this, man?
You're going to hear a lot of what Dan just said. I don't really care. I buy just as many games on my PS5 as I do on my Xbox.
Exactly.
A lot of this shit, come from Jason. And you got my thoughts on Jason last time I was on this show.
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah.
I mean, the dude. He has issues. I thought Kotaku might be better because he left, but now he's killing Bloomberg. The dude, The dude is just toxic. There's no good way to put it. He is a master of clickbait. I think Crap Gamer learns his shit from Jason Schreier. It's just like he writes these articles, and like you said, he knows somebody's going to come back on him eventually, and they do all the time. And he just sits in the corner and goes, no. He's just a jerk, dude. And gaming journalism will be much better without him. Mm-hmm. I mean, it would be a ton better. And the whole thing with all these, a lot of this shit, dude, goes back and forth on social media because it's fanboy fodder. That's all the hell it is.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about PlayStation any more than I am Xbox. Neither company is going anywhere, and I don't want them to go anywhere because they need competition. If the Xbox One didn't get their ass spanked so badly last gen by the PlayStation, you wouldn't be where you are now with the new Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because we would still have Don Matrick, sitting there going, "Oh boy, look, he plays television really good," and that's where we would be. And you have to have healthy competition. Who wants one company to run everything?
Yeah, bro. No, I agree, man. I agree.
Because
you would have these. Go ahead.
I can give you the perfect example of what happens when shit like that goes down. In the area I live in here on the coast, we used to have 3 electrical companies. Well, Duke Energy out of Florida came in and bought the other 2. So now we only have Duke Energy in my area. And guess what happens every 6 months? They decide, oh, well, guess what? We're going to raise your power bill by 25% next month. There's nothing you can do about it. Because why? They have the whole area locked up.
That's fucking
same
bullshit,
thing.
Yeah.
Same thing would happen with the gaming industry. People are complaining about $70 games. Can you imagine if either company, Sony or Microsoft, was the only one standing?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Oh, here's your new PlayStation. It's $3,284. Pre-order it
I'm
now.
not paying that, but this is the only place you can get it, though, homie.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but and so if games start to suck, the whole fucking industry sucks.
Yeah.
Look at
it's only one.
A prime example, and probably me and Dan are the only 2 old enough to remember. On the Atari, when ET came out and all those shitty games back in '83, that's what killed gaming in the '80s. Because you really only had Atari, and we had the Commodores and all those, but Atari just kept dishing out shitty game after shitty game. They were the only people really putting them out and putting them on a console.
Right.
That's when gaming died in 1984.
Yeah.
Because Atari killed it. And it wasn't just ET, the extra testicle, or terrestrial, whichever one call it. It was a whole plethora of just real shitty games. And people got tired of playing them, and they decided to just go to an arcade and hang out and play games. And you would have the same thing now. But I'm really not worried. And just like Dan, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm on my PS5, I'll just oh, look, this comes out next week. Click. Because I buy all digital anyway. So I'll buy it on the PS5.
Right.
And sometimes I just want to play a game on the PlayStation over the Xbox. I don't really give a shit. Sometimes, like Resident Evil, I bought it on my PlayStation 5 instead because why? I can stream it directly to YouTube. Because I told you I was going to stream it when it came out.
Yeah, you did.
I can click a couple of buttons on my controller. Boom! It's straight to the YouTube channel. I don't have to come in here, turn on this Series X, run it through my PC, make sure all this is set up. No, I don't have to do all that. I just hit a button, play that shit from my recliner in my living room.
Sure.
But it's a lot of it's just fanboy bullshit, dude. It's to get stuff going back and forth. But I'm not worried about either company.
Yeah, no, man. No, not at all. Kevin, where are you at with all this, man?
Well, you guys went off on a tangent there, man.
We did, man. That's what we do, baby.
With Jason, what's funny is before I knew who he was, I actually read his book, and I enjoyed his book to a certain extent. It wasn't bad. But then he definitely has gotten more toxic. I wish there was a way of keeping people honest without having to go all clickbaity bullshit, right? There's a way to hold companies accountable, but then there's the clickbaity bullshit. Now, I don't think PlayStation and Sony have done anything to warrant that at this point. We're still getting great games. They released a console on time. I mean, I don't understand where all that shit's coming from. They're both gonna be fine. They're doing well. Sales are good. Game Pass is good. Sony's got shit up the pipe that's gonna come out.
That didn't sound right, Kevin.
Shit down the pipe.
Oh shit!
Shit coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
And I don't think anything warrants being worried about this shit. With games like Returnal coming. I mean, that's hype. That's good shit right there. That's that positive energy that I don't get it. Like, so now how can you see all this? How can you be saying like, oh, Returnal's overhyped, and then at the same time being like, oh, PlayStation's not doing anything? Like, pick a fucking side. And
good point.
Die, please.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
You can't. Yeah. So I mean, that's my stance on it.
No, they're saying Returnal's overhyped because it's $70.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, because nobody seems to fucking shake that whole $70 thing. That's why. We'll get to that.
Also, and that's where that whole free market comes into play, right? Where you have these companies at different price points, different value propositions, keeping each other honest, because that's just hate it or leave it. It's capitalism.
Sure.
But if it goes unchecked, then maybe this fucking $70 shit will not work out, and you'll see them come back down. Who knows? But if it was just Sony in the race, they'd be like, fuck it, all right, we're going $89.99 next time.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Mike, where are you at with this? Oh man, he took a deep breath, bro.
Well, this is one of those industry things, kind of where it is just like, that's up there, man. To me, I don't expect like PlayStation to fall off. I don't expect them to have a bad year. And if they do, it's only because of just like they made shitty games, or it was just like something with their style or whatever. Like, I get it. Like, PlayStation ain't doing shit. Xbox is doing all this stuff. Okay, Returnal, blah, 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 blah. But one thing, this is the thing, man. It's just like, I can't help but to talk about like the gaming community in general. It's like, what is I mean, I get it. It's just a human thing, really. Like, if Kevin says something I don't disagree with and he hurts my fucking feelings, well, like, I want to hurt his feelings back. Or, for example, like, that's where the conversation comes from.
Cognitive bias.
You know what I mean? And like, to me, I'm just, as a consumer at the level that I'm at in here, like, I am just like, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to sit there and be offended by what these dudes up in PlayStation are doing or Xbox are doing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm offended. You're not offended, Mike.
I'm Dan's offended that you're offended that I'm not offended. What the
Dan
fuck?
is offended that I'm not offended, that you're offended, and Mo's offended, and now you got Kevin all up in this shit too. So he's got shit going up the pipe.
Yeah, and Kevin's wondering if he should be offended because his buddies are offended, and then it's just like, hey, let's talk shit to this dude, and that's how it is.
Dan's already been canceled 38 times since the first of the year.
Like, I just feel like
Diego's comment here offends me.
Yeah,
PlayStation will be fine,
Diego,
Xbox will be fine, Nintendo will be fine, every company's gonna be fine. I don't like that type of fucking positivity, man.
Yeah, don't be positive.
Yeah,
what?
Seriously, dude, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
I just feel like it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like, because gamers, I feel like gamers need that serotonin drop like all the time. Like, yo, if I'm not getting a new trailer, if I'm not getting something new from especially like industry heads, right? Like, if they're not getting that, they're like, oh, they're silent. Like, that means something. I mean, it does mean something, but have you ever worked on anything? There's not a lot of talking going involved. Like, there is to communicate, but like, it's like why it's a saying, like, put your head down and work kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I don't think these people understand, like, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always mention this, and this is whenever I heard about this, Mo, it took me back. It wasn't like, it didn't change my fucking life, but it did give me a perception of like what the fuck is going on in like Hollywood or the industry, anything that makes entertainment, is that they had the idea for Into the Spider-Verse 3 years before it was released. Imagine having that concept. These guys who make these games, they come up with concepts only to end up they can't implement it into the game. a year later, that makes them change their whole shit up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but hey, man, Xbox is silent. Yeah, Xbox is silent right now. I can get on Twitter. I probably couldn't find any news. They're silent. Like, no shit, man. Like, shit takes time to get in. And whenever you got gamers, like, I guess, like, when you're chilling and you're, like, kicking rocks and just, like, you're bored or whatever, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, that's what it is, but on the internet. And so, like, words get flopped around. So it's, like, one of those things, too. It's, like, you could even say now that PlayStation fanboys are going to be, like, if I was a PlayStation fanboy, I'd be like, oh, Sony is getting ready to, like, drop the bomb on you guys or whatever, just with that little piece of Jim Ryan quote or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that. Remember I was texting you guys. I was like, movie trailers know how to make a small thing very hype. And whenever it comes into the movie, it's like, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't that hype. But the music and the trailer and the edits, they were all great. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was a PlayStation fanboy, I wish I could make this little statement into, like, the Xbox, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, like, that's the shit that we're probably going to get here soon. Until actual games shuts everybody the fuck up, and then it's gonna be back to the normal conversation of like, yo, they release these games and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I just feel like it's just something to talk about. It is interesting because, like, sometimes when I get into these big industry discussions, like with myself particularly, when I find something that's new, I ask myself, like, how does that affect me? And how does it affect the things that I like? And how will it affect it in the future? You know what I'm saying? And, like, that connection from me all the way to the top of Jim Ryan or Phil Spencer, like, there is not a lot of connection there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know exactly what they go through on a daily. You know what I'm saying? But if I shadowed them for a few days, I'd be like, oh, this is what's going on. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, you could figure it out, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just talk, you know? And I guess if it keeps the days going, you know, especially for those content creators, because you got to think that, dude, you ever been a content creator? Well, whatever, you know, but then, like, run out of ideas. And then you're like, oh, fuck, what can I say? Like, oh, this glitch is game breaking. Boom. You know, you make something out of nothing. So, and that's what it is, man.
Got you, bro.
But anyways, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Fuck, bro, that was like 5 cents, bro. That was not fucking.
Well, this is the one thing today that, like, whenever you sent it, I was like questioning myself. I was like, I don't know if I care about this. Why don't I care about this? Why should I care about this?
That was $1.25.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a tough little, like, I had an internal talk about it.
This is the comment of the night. Can you imagine how happy gamers that are on social media are? Dude, you are so fucking accurate. I swear to God.
Yeah.
So accurate.
That is the reason I post memes on Twitter. You don't see me talk about gaming that much.
Man, oh my God, it's fucking hilarious. Whew. All right, yeah, so everybody's going to be fine, man. All right, I just want to talk about it just because the previews were out. Reviews are coming out this Thursday. Obviously, we've discussed it a little bit, you know, here and there. Returnal, again, previews for it have been fantastic so far. It's been really well received. It's good to see. Obviously, new IP from Housemarque. If you're not familiar with Housemarque, they've made Nex Machina, they've made Resogun, they've made Super Stardust. So this is definitely a different game for them, right? Like, I mean, this is a bigger project, bigger budget, fully 3D. And anyway, game seems to be doing pretty well in the previews. It's pretty fucking hard from what everyone says. And man, the one thing that I'm really surprised about is how well it performs too, dude. So it's performing in dynamic 4K, 60 frames per second with ray tracing. And if guys have seen the game, if you've seen any videos of it or whatnot, it looks beautiful. It looks fantastic. So I don't know how well it's gonna. I don't know how far I'm gonna get into it. I don't know how hard it is. You know, again, I have a couple of friends who are reviewing it, so they have the review codes. I've asked them. They seem to think that it's a little bit exaggerated, at least the difficulty. It is hard. They're not saying it's not hard, but they are saying the difficulty is a little bit hard. So I'm fucking excited for it, man. Ainsley's excited for it right here. Fucking Sarko's excited for it. Diego, I don't know if you're playing it, but it seems like you're excited for it.
Hell
then
yeah.
I know you're not gonna play it.
No, it's not even like I want to play this game like so bad because it looks amazing, and I think, you know, it's it's not what I thought it was, and we're starting to see, from a difficulty standpoint, and that's fine. I mean, that's totally the prerogative of Housemarque to do whatever they want.
Sure.
There's other studios that do the same thing. Like From, and they can, I wish they were a little bit more honest, I guess, about what it was. But now that we're starting to see that stuff kind of come out, at least I'm prepared to, save my $70 until I'm gonna, there's a few reviewers I trust. Ains is, like I said, he's reviewing it for the site, so I'll see what he says. He'll know immediately, probably within the next, the first 30 minutes, whether or not I would like this game and if I would, have a heart attack. It doesn't look like super scary. It looks like it's kind of like creepy. It's got that creepy vibe to it, which is fine. I just, man, it was one of those things I was like, man, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I know.
But it still looks good. I'm super excited to see, everybody's thoughts on it. So,
Wilmy, you getting the game?
Oh yeah, I've had it pre-ordered since they made it available.
Cool, man.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. But like I said, dude, I got to finish it quick because Resident Evil's a week later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It can't cut into Village time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be hard, man.
I'll do it. See, luckily I'm my own company, so I just just not show up. I've got office people. It works out. I just send a text. Well, you guys handle everything. I'm staying home. So
this is a good question too. Diego's on fire today, man. Returnal is different from what Housemarque makes, is what I hear. Question: will Returnal do for Housemarque what Horizon did for Guerrilla Games? Well, that's what they're hoping for, man. That's why they literally have all their chips on the fucking table for this game. Like, this is really gonna be that make or break game for them. You know what I mean? So we'll see, dude. The thing is remember, they're not owned by Sony. At least Guerrilla has that safety net of being a Sony first party studio. So if Horizon was to fail, I don't think it would have significantly failed, but for all intents and purposes, it doesn't seem like this game is, going to, but what I hope it's a niche product, because if it's a niche product and you're releasing it just on one console, which is what they're doing now, that itself might present a few issues. If it ends up being very, very hard and it ends up frustrating people, despite how good it looks or how well it plays or whatever it is, if it's niche and it's only available on one console, that's really where I start getting into the whole concern about how viable is it going to be to become an IP of its own, like for future entries or whatever it is. The two people I talked to, they told me, or the two friends I have that are playing it now, they told me that there's enough there from what they've seen for it to be a series. Like they said, they're like, hey man, they look like they have a bona fide hit on their hands. But
that's awesome.
We'll see. Again, we'll see how it's received, because difficult games is definitely niche. So, Kevin, I know you weren't initially on board with this game, but I know now you are.
Yes, I'm pumped now. It's different, and I pre-ordered the physical copy from Best Buy, so I'm gonna go pick that sucker up and give it a shot and fucking do it and see if I can suffer through it. I don't know that it's gonna be as hard as a Bloodborne or a Dark Souls. But we'll see. And I look forward to reading some reviews. But I think I'm just gonna jump into it that weekend and take it for a spin, because it's different enough that it piqued my interest. And then with the ray tracing, the 4K, the 60 FPS, some of the videos I've seen make it look really sharp. So I'm all for good looking games on the new hardware, which we haven't had too many of. So I'm always gonna dip in there if I see something that's gonna make my eyeballs bleed a little bit. Play.
Yeah, that's also the other thing too, is they're saying like it looks like a proper next gen game, at least like
that's
nice.
That's
good.
That's nice.
That's good, definitely. Mike, I know, man, but are you thinking about playing this game at some point?
I am actually. I actually hope it's hard. I hope it's Bloodborne hard. I really do. I don't know. I know people fucking hate me every time I say that shit. And I'm just like, I don't give a shit, dude. Because I like it. Dude, I know. Thanks. I like it when stuff is like super difficult. Because if you ever played a difficult game and you do manage to like figure out whatever it is that's beating you, dude, you literally feel like you've like went Super Saiyan or whatever. But anyways, that's why I want it to be hard. A lot of the people who are Bloodborne fans do not play the game. They've never picked it up, but they're fans of it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It looks cool. It is cool. There's a reason.
Fuck, man. I dressed up my PS5 in Bloodborne and I haven't even fucking played past an hour or 2 hours.
Right. Exactly. I get it though, man. But that's the quality that like, you know, those kind of games bring, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So to me, being able to play like a game that has all the good stuff on the outside, but the gameplay is difficult. Like to me, it's like if you can't get the gameplay, like to me, getting the gameplay down would be like the cherry in the middle kind of thing. And when I like see Returnal, like I see that it could be difficult and it could be hard, like dashing, shooting, like going forward, going backward, side to side, and like depending on whatever gun, like, you know, I see a lot of people like, how dare you compare this game to another game? And it's just like, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna compare whatever I want to compare, bro, because I've had experiences that are like other games. And the only thing that I can catalog and say whether I like this or not is because I liked what was in Doom. So Returnal kind of looks like a third-person Doom. I'm sorry. I like Doom. That's why I'm gonna like Returnal, because it gives off, it hits that mark, you know what I'm saying? And Returnal does. And so to me, the only thing that I don't know that it has is that actual difficult, because some people play games and they're like, dude, it was super hard. And then you play other games and you're like, oh man, that was actually kind of easy. I don't know. Maybe like the way your mind was like thinking at the time, like wasn't wrapping around it or whatever. But yeah, I hope it's hard. And this is one of the games that I was like, damn, Returnal is kind of like, I don't know if I would call it like console buying game. You know what I mean? And kind of like what Dash was saying earlier, like if it's so niche, I don't think, like you brought up another good point too, Mo, like how if it's like what Horizon Zero Dawn could do, but without the Sony like backing, you know, like maybe. I really do think that though, it depends on how difficult it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, because it could look cool and it could be cool, like depending on how all the systems are. But I know if you die, you like lose your shit kind of thing. I don't know. Depending on how much it grabs you. You know what I mean?
I think Dash was also, remember, man, the Souls games all started from Dark Souls. Or I'm sorry, Demon's Souls.
Demon's Souls, yeah.
Demon's Souls on the PS3 sold a couple million at the time, if I remember. And that was very niche, right? And then it just spawned this fucking larger than life series now that so many games try to copy from. So yeah, who knows, man? Maybe I'm pulling for it, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling for it, man.
It looks overall, dude, like if they were like, all right, just a basic term, like ride or die on this game, what would you say? I would say it looks 80% fucking rad. And yeah, I would get it for sure and play.
Yeah,
that should be the new review scale.
80% rad.
Fucking rad.
Dan doesn't believe in anything over a 7, so 70%.
I don't blame him.
70% red
what
for
is
him.
a 10 game? Look at it.
What the fuck is a 10, man? What is a 10?
Exactly, Dash. On Elden.
All right. Last thing, really quick. FPS boost. Xbox brought some FPS boost. Well, more of them. They added more games. And these all seem to be Electronic Arts games now. So initially it was Bethesda. The first set of games that were released were Bethesda games. Actually, no, I'm sorry. No, they weren't Bethesda games. There was Watch Dogs, Sniper, Far Cry, Prey, Fallout 76. And then now all the games that were added a couple days ago are all EA. Battlefield 1, 4, 5, Mirror's Edge, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, Titanfall 1 and 2. So that's good to see. I'm glad they keep supporting it. I hope they keep bringing that out, man. I'm really fucking stoked about this because there's a lot more shit that they can apply that to, and it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. And apparently they're saying that they found out a way. I think Jason Ronald said this. He said that they found out a way to not only boost the FPS but also bring it. And this is the Xbox development team, so they figured out a way to not only boost the FPS but also to increase the resolution for these games without any developer input. So whatever kind of fucking technical wizardry they're working over there,
Magic.
man. It's amazing, honestly. And I think we're all going to take
magic,
care. I think we're all going to somehow, some way utilize that. So unless you guys got anything to say about that, it was just really something that I wanted to bring up.
Just
but
a quick note on the FPS boost.
yeah,
I've
go ahead,
heard-
man. Of course.
I've heard that you've had to. Some people have had to manually turn it on in
Yeah.
the options. So
Yeah.
I don't know that it automatically turns on. I do know that it does for some titles, but maybe
It depends.
Not all of
Yeah,
them.
there's a whole list of
So,
games. There's a list
okay.
of games that it is available to. It's on the Xbox website. There is a list of games, and there's only like
There's a compatibility option when you menu button in there, and then you there's a checkbox
and it'll say that in there. It'll say that in there. But right now there's
because I just noticed some people starting it up and going, I don't see the difference, only to discover that the checkbox wasn't enabled. I guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think there's like 25 games right now, if I give or take a few, but yeah, they're gonna keep adding to it. They said they're gonna keep adding to it. So, oh yeah, man, definitely for sure. Well, that's it, gentlemen. That's what we got. Left off a couple things, but realistically, I didn't think they were, worth talking about. Dan, Wilmy, appreciate you guys coming on.
Hell yeah.
Always a pleasure, my friends.
Anytime, dude.
Thank you guys for coming, man. It was fucking great. Good talk, good conversation. Sevens all around, baby.
Sevens all around.
We got Chucky. We got
Sevens all around.
we got Chucky, and we got fucking Freddy Krueger. You got any other surprises for us, Wilmy?
No, I didn't want to scare Dan. I've got a lot creepier shit. I was about to go get my pinhead bust, but I didn't want Dan to freak out.
If you slowly reveal these things, it's all right. It's the jump scares that get you, man. That's
Yeah,
the
man.
worst.
I know they do. And to all you guys for in the chat, everybody that's here with us, man, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you all. It's always fun. It's always a good time with you guys. Sarko, Game, ERG, Dash, Diego, all you guys, thank you so much. Wild Boy again, Doom, appreciate you all. Dan, my friend.
Yeah, man.
Where can they find you, bro?
Bitcast every Saturday at noon Central, 1 Eastern. And Seasoned Gaming, I'll have a review hopefully this week of Nier. I make no promises.
Ooh.
But I'm going to be reviewing that. I mean, we already know it's going to be a 7. So, I mean, it's going to, take
Well, at least we know that's the maximum you're gonna go to. So there is hope.
That's not true. I think I gave. Gosh, I do a lot of 7. Like I went back and looked. I was like, man, that's a lot of 7s. But I think I gave Hitman 3 a 9. But it is what it is. But yeah, catch me there. We've had some pretty good guests. We had our 150th show last week, not yesterday, but the week before.
Very cool.
And that was awesome. It was just kind of if you just want to listen to a show that's just a bunch of people talking about
How to get Dan off YouTube.
Right. Well, yeah, that too. But just kind of flipping back to like just what gaming is about, what nostalgia, just bullshitting like a roundtable format. That was a really fun thing to do. I think like Eric Jackson was on, and Mr. Badbit and Luke from EX.
I got Eric coming next week.
God, I'm not even joking, man. He's like one of my favorite guests, like of all time.
Eric is good people, man.
He's such good people. So I mean, and also for De Niro, for my buddy Diego, he did our new intro. It's fantastic. It's so good. Like I don't know how he continues to just like put stuff out. Like if I even tried that, it'd be like a stick man with like an SG up over his head, just like
Diego. I'm calling you out. I'm still waiting on your ass.
Get him. But yeah, I mean, it looks awesome. It looks amazing.
It does, man. And he did a fantastic job.
He does such good work. So appreciate him very, very much. And I want to have him on the guest. I want to have, all you guys on. So it's, we'll talk to Ains. I can't remember who we have on next week. It's somebody.
Yeah.
I have no clue. Somebody. Yeah. But yeah, check us out there. It's a good time.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. I am not quite as knowledgeable as Ains, so we pair well. It's like a steak and red wine. And like I'm the dessert.
Ains is just an encyclopedia, man.
You're the face man for the podcast, right?
I'm the guy with the bad takes.
You're the face man for the podcast. That's what it is.
Yep. Big fan.
Oh man, yeah.
You're the eye candy, Dan. That's what it is.
Man, speaking of episode 150, I did show a little bit of skin, so you might want to go in there. It's kind of early on, so you might want to.
Okay.
I didn't get quite to
Kevin.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, not too much.
He took the step.
No, I mean, it was just a flash. It was just a quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't know if I got a nipple.
I did comment on that shit last Saturday. That it's absolutely that was right, man. Oh yeah. All right, baby. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's great. Wilmy, my brother, where can they find you on the million things that you're available on?
Jesus Christ. You can find me anywhere. I just tell everybody, just type Wilmy Hood into Google. You'll be shocked. You can find me on every gaming platform except Stadia. Just look for Wilmy Hood. And you can find me every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. doing Gaming Beyond the Box. Look for the Wilmy Hood YouTube channel. And you could find me on Twitter unless you're one of the 77,000 poor assholes I've blocked. And I do that very unapologetically. But yeah, you can even find me on TikTok, and I have no idea why.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing on TikTok, brother. I have no idea. I would love to see what you're doing on TikTok. Are you doing those dances, man? Those synchronized music?
God, no, dude. The funny part when I created it, I was like, okay, maybe this site's not so bad. I was looking through some of this shit. I'm like, oh my God, the human race is fucked. It's just like, Jesus Christ. I thought Twitter was bad. If you ever think Twitter is bad, just go to TikTok for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's way worse. Oh yeah, it's a fucking dumpster fire. Well, yeah, man, definitely
giving it credit. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
All right,
and even on Facebook.
Everywhere, like I said, everywhere.
Like I said, type it into Google.
Kevin, you got anything else to add, my brother?
No, man. Good episode. Thanks everybody for showing up in chat. We see some of those faces coming over and over again, and sometimes I wonder why, but they show up again. So thank you. And thanks to our guests, man. I think we had a good show. Yeah,
absolutely. Mike, you got anything?
Yeah, you can find me in St. Louis rolling it on dubs. No, I'm just kidding. Isn't that like a Nelly song or something?
Yes, it is, man. You fucking destroyed it.
Me. I know. Like,
I wonder why they show up again. See?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat movie. I'm gonna watch it again. It was a 7.
It was a 7.
It was exactly.
It was a 7.
It was a 7. Exactly. Yeah. It was a clean cut, cold 7. Nothing shitty about it. Nothing great about it. Just good entertainment.
That's right.
I'm good, man. I am actually gonna play some Mortal Kombat.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Well, next Sunday, guys, we'll see you again. Hopefully, 8 p.m. We'll have Eric Jackson from the gaming perspective with us, so I'll probably either be praising or bitching about Returnal. So, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so until then, thank you guys to everybody. Thanks to our guests, and we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.
Later. Bye.